Hi, in this video we're going to talk about My Circle. My Circle is a specific feature for you that are a manager. You coach, help, and assist people, and you organize work. And we wanted to create a page that gives you a full overview of your specific team and sub-teams. You will find My Circle in the top menu in the middle here, so simply click My Circle. The data you see on this page is for your team specifically and sub-teams, very important. If you're a person that manages maybe 2-3 people, it will be you and these 2-3 people the data will show. If you're an individual that managers and sub-teams, it will be for your managers and sub-teams summarized. Now, when you're looking at the view here, you will see some general data. If you have utilization connected, then you will see your utilization for your specific teams, the draft utilization and active utilization. You will also be able to see profile completion. That means how many people have actually completed their profile and added all data. And you will see how many of your members have added goals, development goals. These different boxes here indicates the total amounts of things. So for example, skills, this team have 4,656 skills added, and 22 of them have been added since October 1. I can also see that we have 1,062 expert skills, 5 new added since October, and so on. You can see all full information here, and we can also see here goals. These are development goals that have been added by the team. So I can see here like how many have added development goals with classes, mentorship, general self-training. Totally our team have added 652 goals. We also have a lot of certifications. We have today 17 active certifications, 5 new ones added in October, and we can also see we have a lot of expired certifications. So this is something you want to keep track on. If you want to have more information about anything, you can always just click on any of these cards and it will open up a new page and show you detailed data. So it will show you all the kind of specific skills that your team have or your specific certificates or whatever it may be in the reports page. Reports page is found in Team Org Reports. So there's always more data about your team. I think one of the more interesting things is the profiles. It shows the freshness grade. What this means is that you can see here how fresh are the profile, meaning are they updated or not. Fresh means they've been updated the last 100 days. Getting dry means that somebody have not updated for over 100 days. And dry means somebody have not updated information for over 200 days. Please note that there are specific settings maybe for your organization, so this may vary. But it kind of tells me here that I need to send reminders to my team because they have not updated anything. If you have a need to update, you will get a button here and it will say, hey, do you want to send reminder emails and so on. And remember that MuchSkills do send reminder emails automatically. What is also really nice is that I have a change log. So anything anybody do will be displayed here. So updated certifications, or that we can see this person here have added some badges and goals and skills and everything. Everything here is tracked. You can also press here skill changes. It generates a summary of all the different skill categories and how much they have gone up or down the last 30 days. So we can see here that there were added 5 new skills here, for example, in January. So all this data is automatic and it just shows everything in detail. So this is the overview itself. Now on the left side, you have all your direct reports. You can see there's a little symbol in before Haley here. That means that Haley is a person that have direct reports herself. So if you want to see the direct reports of Haley and Haley's team, simply click on this symbol and it will then show Haley, Haley's team, and her 2 direct reports. As you can see now, all the data change. So we can see only Haley's team. She has 563 skills in her team, 96 goals, 14 certificates, profile freshness, and so on. Everything is displayed clearly here, and I can see the change was specific to her. Also here you can see the quick reminder button, and I could remind her team like, hey, can you please, update your data and information. Now, to go back to yourself or to anybody else, you can just tap here and you can go to different type of managers that you're managing. I will go back to myself and I'm able to see all my direct reports, sub-direct reports, everything here. And I can of course search here if I need to look for somebody specific. I was looking for Kate, for example. Perfect. Here's Kate, and I can click on Kate. Now, if you want to go deeper on a person, simply click on the person itself. When you have this view, I will be able to get more details about Haley. So I can see here, okay, Haley, she's been reporting to me since July 2024. She's added 193 skills and 2 added in the last month, 24 development goals, 34 validated skills. And if you want to get kind of an understanding of Haley and more details, click View Skills Summary, and we get a summary of all the skills and talent and competence that Haley have, including certificates, and of course badges and validated skills as well. Great. There are also a few buttons here that I will introduce soon, but I thought I'd show you first the overview of the menu. Now, I showed you earlier that there was like updates, that with all the updates for the entire team. Here's per individual. So here's any update, any change, any modifications that ever happened to Haley's profile and her data. I can see everything here in detail. This could be really valuable for you because if you are doing one-on-ones and development talks, you can ask Haley to update her profile and you will kind of know what happened to Haley in the last period. Like she maybe added a skill, she maybe updated her skills and skill levels, she maybe added a certificate. All this will be listed here. On the right here, you can also see that when did you send reminders, when did she update her profile. So you can see here, this is a demo. She hasn't updated her information 820 days. So it's time to kind of remind her and tell her like you need to do this. We can also see that she has expired certificates. I can click on the nudge button to automatically send an email. We also have here that we can validate her skills. We can set a development goals. So you can just click on these buttons. And I can also see her vacation data, both previous and coming vacations. If you want to, there's like this little tab here and you can change time period. So I can say I want to see like her changes over 6 months. Then the data will be updated. I can see over 6 months she added 13 skills. You can also click on profile history. So here you will get detailed information about her current state and it compares. So time period where I can see here the time period and I can go back in time to kind of see step by step. Okay, how much have she developed over like the 6 months back? So this is June to November, that's 6 months. I can see over these 6 months she developed this much and then this much and so on. So really, really valuable to do this. If you want to see a specific field, you can actually click on these like, oh, I want to include HR and performance management, or I only want to see specific skills. Like you can turn on or off this just as you like, and you can see how it's then modified. So make sure you keep track of this. It will then display also a summary, which I really appreciate to know, okay, what did Haley actually do the last 6 months, like development goals and everything else. Now, one of the most valuable things is the gap analysis. Simply click gap analysis, and here we can then see, okay, here's Haley and all the different roles we have in our company. Please note that this will be unique for your company. It could be a role, it could be a competence area like leadership, it could be an entire team like HR and people team or the data engineering team, or it could just be an area of competence like programming languages. What is amazing here is that when you have your development talks with Haley, or you're just generally trying to get to know her, it is a fantastic way to understand her fit to something that have been defined by the company. For example, her fit to be an interaction designer. Blue are all the skills she have and are living up to the requirement of the company. Red is what she's lacking or not living up to the requirement. So here we can see that Haley is lacking prototyping and typography for this specific role for the prioritized skills. Remaining skills, it is emotional intelligence, entrepreneurial spirit, and sound design. So I can very quickly understand Haley's fit to this specific role. I can also click team leader, and as you can see, I get a different view. When it comes to the color coding, black means expert, green means intermediate, and yellow is a beginner. Also, this helps you to very quickly understand what is Haley's strengths in this specific position. I can also continue and look her as a leader in leadership competence. Here you can have the organization almost create anything for you to very quickly understand and better analyze her specific capabilities in whatever it may be. Once you do this gap analysis, this is a great moment. If you're having a development talk to Haley, you can understand also what certificates she have, what have been expiring. So these red ones has expired, they're not active anymore. What you have here, I can see also. You can go to goals, and here you are able to actually go in and you can add development goals, or you can see the goals she has set and achieved. So Haley have achieved 6 development goals: data architecture, analyze CoffeeScript, monitoring network traffic. All these are achieved goals. I can also see all the goals she's working on, like analytics, design specs, teamwork and collaboration, and active listening. Now you can use this tool to add a goal to an employee. Simply click the Set Goal button here. Here you can see all previous goals and current goals that you have. I can remove a goal just to show you here an example. Simply tap here if you want to give her a goal. Type in the goal you would like to add, like I want her to be better in teamwork and collaboration. I tap here. So what you can see here, this bubble is bigger. It means that this is her current state. She feels she's a beginner, and I wish her to at least be intermediate. That's like our minimum requirement. You can go down here and you can decide like how is this gonna be achieved. You get a mentorship, self-training, you can make one choice. Then you can click the button Generate Plan using AI. What AI does is that it will check what is Haley's role, like what is her title. It will check what is this skill, what is this like her level in this skill, and what level do you want her to reach. AI measures the difference and generates a plan for you. So here you can see like enhanced teamwork and collaboration for level 1 to 4. Step number 1 is to do this. There are suggestion of courses and classes. You can see step 2, courses and classes and what you should do. You should do apply it in real world projects. So this I really appreciate with this tool. It's not only like, oh, here's some course and class. Also suggesting seek mentorship and continuous feedback. If there's anything you don't like or you want to change, you can just tap here and you can like, oh, I think there should be 6 weeks at least, and I want to have this 1 week. That's perfect. So you can review everything. And you can also, of course, modify. You can give her a goal buddy. So maybe I should be her goal buddy. I should be her coach and mentor. You can add yourself or somebody else. You can also see the timeline, January to March. I'm going to modify. I think it's too fast, to be honest. I think like this is our goal for June. And once you're done, simply press create. And an email will be automatically sent to Haley. It will be added to her profile. This is something you can work on and follow up with her. And as always, when you have this here, you can give a little cheers. Like there's this little cute button. You can tap here and you can just give her little pom-poms, or you can give her like a little party hat and things like that. So you can cheer her on as she's working on her different development goals. So that's really good way for you to understand Haley, for you to see her gaps and set development goals. In addition, there is another feature called validations of skills. This is a little bit up to your organization if this is active or not. If it is active, it means simply that you can validate an employee's skills. You click on any of the different categories. You will see her different skills and skill levels on the left side. So this is what Haley have evaluated herself. She thinks she's a beginner in focus on quality, an expert in MATLAB, and intermediate in process management. For you to evaluate anything, you can tap on the skills itself, and you simply then choose if you agree with Haley. So I can click save and say, you know what, I agree with you, you're a beginner. Or maybe Haley is like this typical person that underestimates her own abilities. And you're like, you know what, I think you're more like intermediate. So you change and you click save, and this will be added here. So all this is tracked, and Haley will get information that you don't agree with her own evaluation. Preferably though, I think this should be brought up in an employee development talk. So when you are sitting and talking to her, that's the moment when you maybe bring up that you don't agree and you discuss this. And Haley can change on her side, you can change, you can modify, you do what to make sure this is perfect. So one more thing, there are also certifications. So certifications, you can clearly see here what have expired. Remember that in updates, you can also send little nudges and reminders. But when it comes to certificates, you can also give out certificates. The organization may have created a list for you to follow. So here I can click AWS Data Analytics Specialty. I can see she don't have it. She do have the Tableau Certified Data Analyst. I can tap on this one and I can add her certificate I want to and save it. So you as a manager can add a certificate if she has forgotten. If you want to, there's also another button up here called add a certificate. So also here you can do the same thing. You just search for certificate, whatever it may be, and you can add it to her. So this is like another little view where you can see everything here. So this was an introduction into my circle. Remember, it's in the top here. You can see a view of your team or your sub-reports teams, and you can also see it per individual. This individual view is really great for you to use as a way to get to know the person. Understand what have changed. Understand the analytics of a person towards any role in the company or maybe some kind of competence requirements. Make sure to monitor certificates and that you are, constantly acquiring the right ones and that we are working on keeping the ones we have. You could give development goals to an employee or discuss the development goals they have set. And you can validate any skills if that is a feature that have been activated by your organization. Thank you so much, and if you need any support, you can always click in the bottom right button to get support from us. Thank you.